YouTube. I got a video for you guys today. All right. Today's topic, we're going to talk about why you need to become a learning machine. All right. So you probably wonder why I'm sitting on the floor, whatever. So probably close to, I'll say 5 years. Let's make it even. It's an even number. About 5 years ago, I started studying real estate. Right? Studying real estate, going to real estate conferences, going to real estate, all types of stuff. Went and studied contracting, like worked for a real estate agency as a marketer, like as a contractor. Went to showings with them, did cold emailing, just went down that whole rabbit hole of real estate, right? But I just bought my property a couple months ago, my first property. Me and my wife just bought our first property. And it got me thinking of like learning something doesn't mean you're going to reap the benefits right away when you learn something, right? So there's a saying that they say just putting tools in your tool belt, right? And what those tools are is knowledge, right? So you need to be able to take this information and put it in your tool belt, but you don't know when you're actually going to use the tool, right? So the moral of the story is you need to become a learning machine, right? It's literally the number one skill to have, right? Because if you know how to learn, you can learn anything. Like, it's literally the secret to life, and I don't get why anyone doesn't talk about this. It's literally the secret. If you learn how to learn, you become a different species. It's like I see people that want something and they can't get it because they just won't learn the thing that they're trying to get. Just go learn it, right? And it's simple. It's easier said than done. Obviously, I know that, right? I'm just joking around. But you need to build that habit of learning, right? And the secret to learning is curiosity, right? And what I mean by curiosity is, you have to be able to take information in from different perspectives, from different sources, from different medias. For me, I love YouTube. YouTube is my favorite. If I tell anyone anything, I have my PhD in YouTube. I've been learning from YouTube forever. YouTube is a life hack. So I'm a YouTube fan, but some people aren't, right? So you got YouTube, right? That's my main source of information. I like visuals. Then you have books, right? Books get you a little bit more detail. It's a little bit more raw. It's a little bit more technical, right? It's not like obviously you can read like storytelling books, but I like technical books that give you this is how you start a business, this is how you do this and this, you know what I mean? I like those type of books. Then you have audio books, right? So you're getting, when you're on a walk or whatever it is, so you're in the car, you got audio books. Then you have podcasts, right? So you have different people's stories in the industry. You have, different people talking about the subject, just news, like new information coming out in that industry or whatever. Then I love conferences. Conferences are a crazy life hack, right? Getting in person and be able to learn in person and be around people that are actually learning the same thing is like priceless, right? So go to as many conferences as you can. Conferences are priceless. In-person mentors are great. Peers are great. Movies are great. Movies are underestimated, right? When I dive down a subject, I watch every movie on that subject. I literally go to Google and be like, hey, what are the top cybersecurity movies? And I watch all of them. TV shows, all of that, right? But the main point is the curiosity, right? So say you see something in a YouTube video, right? That YouTube video is just the start of the rabbit hole. Like, you watch the first video and the guy's gonna tell you, hey, to start a YouTube channel, you need to do X, Y, and Z, boom, boom. He gave you 5 points. Now you need to dive into those 5 points and go to 5 videos of those 5. And then from that video, this is gonna give you 5 more points and you need to go dive into that. So it's a constant rabbit hole that you're gonna go down. And that's how you become a learning machine. In today's age, it is more important than ever to become a learning machine. There is literally a thing called ML, machine learning, which is part of like the AI whole movement, artificial intelligence. That whole movement is based on machines taking in all this data and learning shit. And people are like, oh, machines are gonna take, like robots are gonna take our jobs. They're gonna take some jobs, yeah, of course. But the people that are learning just as fast are gonna be keeping their jobs. Because there's things that robots can't do that people can do, right? But are people willing to go in and learn? And I know this video is kind of going kind of long, but I was thinking about this earlier, and I was thinking like, my first goal in life was to make it to the NBA, right? And I wish someone told me that I wasn't gonna make it to the NBA. And what I mean by that is, I was working out 2-3 times a week, like training. I was playing football, I was playing baseball. Basketball was like, I was playing in the off seasons, and then when I started doing basketball full time, I still wasn't like, I was good, locally I was good, right? And right now, you might have read 1 book or 2 books, and you're like, oh, I'm doing good. But if someone told me that there was a kid out there that was playing basketball 5 days a week, training 5 days a week, playing 2 days a week, going home, studying film, I wish someone told me that there was a kid out there that did that. And maybe they did, and I just didn't listen. Obviously, I was a kid. I was probably being ignorant, and I thought that talent would just take me somewhere. But if someone told me that there was a kid out there that was doing that, I would have been like, oh, I'm not going to make it with this work ethic. And the moral of the story of that is, there's a kid out there right now that's becoming a learning machine. And you're going to get in contact with that kid one day, whether it's at work, whether it's you're going to buy a property and that's the kid you're bidding against, you're going into a business meeting and that's the person you're trying to sell, and they're going to have more information than you. And I'm not doing that to discourage you. I'm doing that to let you know that it's real out here. Like, you need to become a learning machine. And I don't care what the industry is, right? Like, I don't want you to think that you need to go into tech because I have a tech video, or I want you to go into real estate because I like investing in real estate. No. I'm telling you, whatever your industry is, you can be a warehouse worker. I don't care what it is, right? Warehouse managers make a lot of money. The distribution manager makes even more money, right? So it's like, but you have to become a learning machine. Do you know how every forklift works? Do you know why this, do you know the receiving? Do you know do you know the whole part? Do you know all the logistics? Whatever your industry is, dive into it, dive deep into it. Go down that rabbit hole, be curious, right? And in the other videos, we talk about the compound effect, the atomic habit, those books about basic habits. Build those habits, and you're learning every single day. I sound like a broken record at this point, but yeah, become a learning machine. It is the skill to have in life. I don't care if you're going down the health rabbit hole, the wealth rabbit hole, the love rabbit hole, whatever rabbit hole you want to go down, you will not lose from becoming a learning machine. You guys have a great day. Love you guys. Peace.